What's happening? This is Ty the Crypto Guy, episode 6, and today we're going to be talking about what happened previous video and a little bit about ETH 2.0. So let's get into it. So what I was talking about last time was the Bitcoin bull market essentially like rising 7 weeks, and just what happened, I would say yesterday, Thanksgiving, the day before even. There's been a slight pullback in the market, and a lot of people, like, they hit me up, they're just like, oh, what do you think about this, what do you think about that? And I honestly think that pullbacks are a healthy sign of any market. Nothing can go up forever, and if you think of it, it could be like a Black Friday sale on whatever your crypto would be. And what's cool is, like, it's cheaper than it being at like 19,000. It's around like 16,000 right now. The fundamentals are still intact. There's still a lot of institutional interest into Bitcoin. There's going to be more regulation, so like the rules around it are going to be more clear. And as to the reasons of why it pulled back, there's many reasons, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. It's just hard to like keep track of everything and how that impacts the price of it. Like, it's pulled in many different directions. So I won't speculate on that. Now, last I checked, it's still up 135% this year, so it's the best performing asset. Granted, there's other cryptos out there that probably went up a lot more, but it's not at the top. Like, Bitcoin is the top, like, in terms of market capitalization. There's billions of dollars in it. Now, this next crypto is actually number 2 on the list, and it's Ethereum. And for full disclosure, I actually own some, so that's just to let you guys know. And what I wanted to talk about was there's actually going to be like a brand new update, a revamp of the entire the entire Ethereum ecosystem, right? And it's called ETH 2.0, and it's just an upgrade to like the functionalities of Ethereum. Now, what Ethereum is used for now, it's essentially like the foundation for all these other alternative currencies and decentralized applications and decentralized finance, DeFi. So I previously talked about like Yearn and DeFi, where someone could put their assets onto this platform and then be able to lend out and borrow and then actually receive some other type of cryptocurrency. So there's like a whole bunch of different tokenomics that were involved in that. And that because of that, and because of the developments in decentralized finance, DeFi, there was a huge interest during the summer where a lot of people were interacting with these platforms. There's new platforms being created like essentially daily, and so many developments all at once. Like, it was crazy. Now, one of the issues that caused was there was a lot of congestion on the Ethereum network, right? So the thing with like Ethereum, it only allowed like 15 to 45 transactions per second. So if you have millions of people interacting with these platforms, like all these transactions, there's a lot of congestion. So all these transactions going into one little lane, a lot of people were paying a lot of money in order to interact with these platforms and just get these transactions validated onto the blockchain, which is this decentralized ledger all around the world. It's kind of a lot. Now, with this new upgrade, ETH 2.0, it's going to upgrade the entire Ethereum blockchain. Now, currently, Ethereum is a proof of work protocol. Now, what that is you have all these computers and miners, right, competing all around the world to solve a cryptographic algorithm to validate transactions onto the Ethereum blockchain, and then append that onto the blockchain and then broadcast that all around the world, right? And if you solve this algorithm, this problem correctly, then you're rewarded in ETH. Now, that's going to change around like December 1st or even into next year, and going further than that, where people are allowed to stake their ETH as long as they have like 32 ETH or more into this contract to be able to validate transactions onto the Ethereum blockchain. Now, this is going to change from a proof of work to proof of stake, and how that works, or like the problems that it solves, is going to be more scalable, it's going to be more secure, and it's going to be more sustainable. Now let's go into scalability. So remember how I said Ethereum currently handles around 15 to 45 transactions per second. Now that's going to scale up to around 100,000 or even more once this is fully built, right? So like with that scalability, you're going to be able to handle more transactions and have more complex transactions at that. So I just really think like the functionalities and the usabilities, like people that are actually going to use it is just going to grow more. So we started with DeFi, but that's probably going to, like, once ETH 2.0 is fully implemented, it's going to be DeFi on steroids. I'm excited for it. I don't know how I'm going to use it. I'm just talking about what the possibilities are probably going to be. So it's going to be exciting. Now, security. Right now, it will be hard to, like hack the Ethereum network to like steal Ethereum or like reverse transactions or stuff like that. But with it being more decentralized, the barrier to entry is a lot lower. Right now with mining, what people have to do is like purchase a whole bunch of mining equipment and then set that up, and then they essentially like mine for Ethereum to validate transactions. But people need to like invest millions of dollars in order to do that, and that kind of like it limits people that don't have access to capital to be able to participate. But with this new contract, proof of stake, you only really need 32 ETH in order to become a validator on the new Ethereum, I would say upgraded Ethereum blockchain. So if you have like 32 ETH, that's around like $16,000 or more. That barrier is a lot lower than millions of dollars to buy all this equipment and set it up and everything. And the cool thing about that is you would be rewarded in more ETH by becoming a validator on the network, right? So you'll be able to stake your ETH and then be rewarded in more ETH for keeping the entire network secure and honest and all that stuff. So it's another way of gaining a return on your asset. Now, sustainability, that's probably one of like the biggest things. Like with proof of work, there's a race to find the cheapest energy, right? So if you're running all these computers, it sucks up a lot of electricity. And you would want to be able to set up your business where the energy is the cheapest. But with ETH 2.0, the energy cost or like the energy usage is a lot lower than proof of work, right? So essentially, like, I would be able to become a validator if I have 32 ETH to just run it from my laptop or any dedicated computer, and this doesn't use a lot of electricity over time, right? And then as long as like I have a reliable internet connection and reliable, access to power, then I can become a validator and just process transactions and then be rewarded on ETH. So that's one of the really cool things about this new upgrade. And yeah, like I just like to see the development in the cryptocurrency space, and of course like the education as well, just to like know what's like happening, going on, and how that really affects people using the network. So I wouldn't say like a lot of people use it. It's probably like a really like niche market, but the use cases and applications of it are just gonna grow and grow and grow as some people think of ideas, and then like they create some type of product that could be applied onto this foundation, right? Because it's a solid foundation, and then be able to do that decentralized in a decentralized manner, shall I say. So it's going to be interesting, an interesting time. And over time, I think the value could go, like the intrinsic value of this network will go up. So ergo, the value of ETH could potentially go up. Speculation there, for full disclosure. This isn't investment advice, but that's what I think would happen. And then of course, like, there's going to be more, I would say, like, regulation and clarity around what this is and what this does, right? um, I would just say, like, one of the uh, metrics to look at is, if you look at DeFi, right? There's like, this brand new concept of being able to peer-to-peer lend, peer-to-peer borrow, stuff like that, and then earn interest on your assets. All right. So if you look at DeFi, there was around $12.64 billion worth of money just staked onto DeFi platforms, right? So if you think of something that's only been in existence for a couple of years and it really popped off in the summer of this year, and $12 billion worth of value is locked onto it, where there's people like earning interest, so they're getting money back, and then they're loaning money out and then borrowing and just like interacting peer to peer in this trustless manner. And at that time, there was only like 15 to 45 transactions per second. Now you take that and then you multiply it by, up to sorry, you take that and then you scale up all the way to 100,000. There's going to be a lot more capital inflow that's going to be locked onto decentralized finance, right? So that 12 billion could probably go up to 100 billion, maybe $1 trillion worth of value locked onto this platform, or it's just going to be doing work. People are going to be able to lend that out, borrow it, and then not have to rely on an intermediary, just interact with this platform, and it's not going to be expensive to use, and it's just going to be an exciting time just to see that play out and participate in it, really, just to see how it works and use its use case and everything. Now, let's get into the price of Ethereum. Quick time. Let's cancel that. New screen recording. Let's go. All right, so let's look at Ethereum. All right, just like with Bitcoin, you had like this rise, right? So it fell in March, and it's essentially been rising for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months, right? And then the day before Thanksgiving, into Thanksgiving, it fell a little bit, which is totally fine. So it went up to around like 600 and then down to like 500. And then the way that I read this, right, is that it just kind of fell into support. Like, it's a healthy pullback. People were probably booking profits. Nothing can go up forever. Maybe transferring or converting it to some other crypto, going Black Friday shopping, pulling money out. And then it came down into like 500, where it found some type of reaction, right? For maybe people were purchasing more here and stuff like that. So it found some support at 500. And that's a real nice, like, psychological number, like 500, it's an even number. And just over the year, let's go back to January 1st, January 2020, it's still up 274%, right? Even after that drop from 600 to 500, it's still up that much. So if you got in January, then you're really up over double your money, almost 3 times. So this asset's doing well, and I would say one of the things about the upgrade to ETH 2.0 was you had these people have to lock away their Ethereum away. So that's Ethereum that's off of the market. So like its available supply went down, right? So while those locked up, there was like an appreciation, right, in price as people were depositing their available Ethereum into this new contract. Sorry about that. My battery died. But yeah, if people begin to just like see the benefits of staking their Ethereum, they're probably just going to do that, and then it's going to be a more reliable way of earning return and all that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited, and with developments like this and even more developments in all the other aspects in the cryptocurrency space, it's just an interesting time, you know. So yeah, on that note, I think I'm going to end the video there. This is Ty, the crypto guy. Peace.